Hey guys, you all are becoming very good at working with exponents and logarithms. I'm just sure you are. So today we're going to be solving logarithmic equations, and we have several ways in which we're going to do this. We got a plan A. If that doesn't look right, we've got plan B. If that doesn't look right, we've got plan C. Now, let me just start off by saying logarithms are funny. So keep in mind that once we solve a logarithmic equation, you need to check your answer. And you don't have to write it out and plug it in. I just want you to mentally plug it in and say, is this possible? Okay? And remember, you can't log a negative number. We can't do ln of -4. We can't do log base 10 of -2. That's what we have to watch out for. All right, so our plan A is maybe we have a single one logarithmic expression, and if that's the case, we're going to isolate it and change it to exponential form. That's plan A. Let's take a look at number 1. Number 1 matches plan A. I have one single logarithmic expression. I put it in a pink cloud. Isolate it. Get the 2 out of there. So I divide it by 2. We have a logarithmic equation. Look where x is. X is in our logarithm. How good are you at logarithms? Well, you're not. So what we can do here is a simple maneuver to change this to exponential form. So we are going to, I'm going to grab the base, swirl around, and I get 3 to the 5/2 power equals 4x. This is a simple equation to solve. Divide both sides by 4. Here's my exact version. Kind of weird, I know. Here's my rounded version. So I got 4-ish, 3.897. That's 4-ish. Real quick, jump back up here. If x is 4-ish, can you log 16-ish? Sure you can. Okay. Number 2. All right, we do not have one single logarithmic expression. We have 2. So now we're on plan B. It says condense to a single logarithm with the same base on each side. So we need 1 log, each side, same base. Check. Then use common sense, or use the one-to-one property. So, logarithm, each side, single logarithm, same base, use common sense. In order for these two to be equal, I got ln of these 2 pieces have to be equal. So I took those 2 pieces out and set them equal to each other. X is trapped in a radical. Square both sides. This becomes quadratic. Don't get creative in solving quadratic equations. Y'all know how to solve a quadratic equation. Set it equal to 0. Factor it. Set it equal to 0. Factor it. And then a real quick check to make sure each answer is going to be okay. X equals 2, plug it in. Natural log of the square root of 4, okay? Natural log, okay, 2 is good. What about -1? Plug in -1. Natural log of the square root of, okay, that side's okay. Natural log of -1, oh, no, We got to throw this one out. X equals 2 is our only answer. Number 3, I think we're on, nope, we're still on plan B. It says condense the logarithms, if you can, to a single logarithm on each side. So I've got 2 over here and 1 over here. So I'm going to condense these 2 logarithms to 1 logarithm, right? I condensed using multiplication. And then from here, watch, I got ln of this green stuff, and I got ln of this stuff. Common sense will tell you this green stuff has to equal this set of parentheses. Multiply, collect like terms, solve. Fortunately, on this one, your x squareds went away. You didn't have to solve a quadratic. Woohoo! Okay, and then plan C. Plan C. You may have to get all your logs to one side and then condense them. So check out number 4. First of all, let me point out, there is no common sense usage on number 4. So you can't say, oh look, that says log of this, that says log of this, these two must be the same. No, because look what's on this side of the equation. It's not just a logarithm. That's throwing things off. So why don't you get all your logarithms on one side? I can move this entire logarithm over to that side by subtracting the whole thing. Get logs on one side. There we go. So I subtracted that whole logarithm. Look, it's right there now. Here's my equal sign. The 1 is still there. Condense. Single log. That's on top. That's on bottom. And I reminded you that your base is 10. Grab it, swirl around. Rewrite your logarithm as exponents. So 10 to the first equals this mess. I pretended my 10 was in a fraction, and I cross-multiplied, and I solved it. Next one. I put one single logarithm in a pink cloud and reminded you to isolate it, so get rid of the 2. And then I also reminded you that your base was e. So you can go e to the equals. E to the equals that mess. Don't let e freak you out. It's just a number. It's 2.7-ish. Just keep it like this. Add your 55, cube root it. Added 55, cube rooted it. This is the exact version. This is the rounded version. Plug it back in, make sure it works. Just real quick in your head. 4-ish cubed, 4 times 4 is 16, 64. Yeah, that works. Number 6, I have 3 logarithms, 2 of which are on one side. But if I can get these down to 1 logarithm, I think I can use common sense after that. So I condensed these. This goes on top, this goes on bottom. 1 logarithm. And then look, log base 10, log base 10. These two things have to be equal. So I set them equal to each other. Pretend my 2x is in a fraction, cross multiply. I get a quadratic. I set it equal to 0 and I factor. I get 2 solutions. -1.5 and -1. -1.5 and -1. I got both our negative solutions. As soon as I put a negative number in here, I can't do this problem. So unfortunately, I did all that work, but it turns out neither one of them can be a solution. Doggone it. And last one, 2 logarithms. I condensed them into one, use multiplication, reminded you that you have a base of 10, use exponents. Ten squared equals all of that mess. Multiplied it. Hey, look, it's a quadratic equation. Set it equal to 0. Factored it. I got 25 and negative 4. 25 and negative. You'd kind of think it's the negative that wouldn't work. It's not. Because when you plug in an x, this says, now switch it to its opposite. So if you plug in a positive 25, this switches it to a negative, and then you blow up. So we don't like the 25, but we do like the negative 4. Plug in a negative 4, that changes it to a positive. So I can eliminate the 25, and x equals negative 4 is my only answer. All right, keep your notes handy while you're doing these problems, because you've got a lot of possibilities. Maybe this will work, maybe this will work, maybe this will work. So just remember to either a single logarithm and isolate it and use exponents, or try to condense if you can and see what you can do from there. Good luck.